Welcome to the Married AF podcast, the self-proclaimed greatest marriage and relationship podcast in the world. We're your hosts, Matthew and Monica Powers, episode 129. And you hate when I say this, but I can really say it because it's true. We are back, everybody. You didn't miss us, but we've been gone for a long time. We were gone for a month. And we came back, we filmed an amazing interview with Justin Holman from Revis. I hope you all enjoyed that. But we're like officially back now after not recording in nearly 6 weeks other than the interview.
Other than the time before.
So we're back. And a lot has happened since we got back, or since we last really recorded an episode, I will say, that wasn't just an amazing interview.
Right.
We went to Boston, Maine, New York, saw Hamilton on Broadway. Woo! Central Park, Grand Central, the typical New York stuff. Ate some great pizza. We sweat to death and nearly died of heat exhaustion in Maine because it's 100 degrees there, and they don't get weather like that, and they don't have a whole lot of air conditioning. We went to Boston, enjoyed Boston, the Boston Red Sox. That's why I'm wearing this 2018 Red Sox shirt in honor of the run that they're on. I mean,
you're welcome.
Great summer of Boston. Yes,
Red
Boston,
Sox
you're
Nation.
welcome. So if anyone for the Red Sox ever hear this, we got there when this ran began.
Right. But it just didn't start this year.
No, that's what I'm getting at.
Since 2019.
Since 2019.
Since we've been
when
going
we
to Boston.
have been in attendance, actually since 2018, is kind of when we really first started kind of going to games. So in 2018, they won the World Series. This is a shirt from that.
Right, because we went to opening day.
We went to opening day, and they got beat by the Rays in opening day.
It was horrible. Cash cried.
Cash cried, but they ended up winning the World Series. From that time in 2018 until our past trip just several weeks ago when the Red Sox lost to the Nationals.
The only year we didn't go was 2020 because no one was allowed.
COVID. But I calculated everything from the first game, opening day in 2020, up until the final game that we saw at Citi Field against the Mets that Sunday. Amazing comeback.
Oh, it was so good.
We had been to 40 baseball games to watch the Red Sox play baseball at Fenway, in Atlanta, in Tampa, wherever we possibly could, in Washington,
DC.
Anywhere we could. Mm-hmm. In that time, those 40 games, we have now seen them lose 3 games. 3. 1, 2, 3. So we were there at the beginning of this run when they swept the Yankees. We were there when it started the 10-game win streak last season. So Boston Red Sox, if you're hearing this, you're making a run. We get to the playoffs. It's pretty important the Powers family is there. We're not we're not just a little stitious around here.
Yes.
We're superstitious.
Super superstitious. And I have a mission trip in October scheduled for Romania.
Yes, you do.
And by God, if the Red Sox make it that far into October, I'm going to give somebody else my ticket to go to Romania.
The Red Sox need us. Red Sox Nation needs us.
The odds of me going to Romania more times than possible than the Red Sox going that deep into October are greater. So I will happily say, hey, guys, I'm going to have to go watch the Red Sox play. I cannot attend this mission trip.
Red Sox Nation needs the Powers family. So I'll say it again. John Henry, Craig, Tracy, any of the players, media, whoever, if you ever see this, we matter.
When we matter. Yes. And when we were in Boston. Because
it's only crazy if it doesn't work, and it clearly works.
Obviously, we're doing something right. But when we were in Boston, Cash went to the Red Sox. It was his last time to go to Red Sox baseball camp. He won the home run derby. He got the leadership award for the entire camp. He got something else. I can't remember right now right offhand. But during that week, they also get to tour Fenway Park. And I love when they get to go and tour Fenway, so I can go and look at the map and go, oh my God, Cash is...
Yes, everybody, we track our children.
He's at this place. I just like seeing it.
I took a screenshot.
I do.
My dude's right in Fenway.
It's crazy
right
because we were not together.
No, me and Elkie were down at the gym working out. And we were up in the room.
We were not technically communicating, but at the same, within 1 minute, mm-hmm. You took a screenshot and I took a screenshot.
We were thinking the same thing.
And at the same exact time, we sent it to each other and said, look where our boy's at.
Yes. And the most amazing part of all that is he got to meet Peyton Tolley.
Peyton Tolley.
Which,
Roly Tolley.
If none of you know who Peyton Tolley is, stop this recording right now, go to social media, and find Peyton Tolley. Because he's the best follow out there. But he is
hilarious.
He's a great dude. He's so down to earth. He's having the time of his life. He's an unbelievable pitcher.
Yes.
I am.
We were there when he got, what, was it 6 innings of a no-no?
Yes. Yes, we were. It was just, it's an incredible experience. And he was awesome to Cash. He told Cash said, you're my favorite player. And he told Cash, you're my favorite player. I mean, he just
Cash
got that
has
sense
not
of
forgotten
humor.
that, knowing that that's not even remotely close to being true, because he's never seen Cash play. But that got Cash.
It did, and
nothing really gets Cash. He's like, okay, and anything that anybody tells him, no matter, he's just now realizing all the things that I have done in my life. Like we were watching the what is it? The Unreal.
The WWE.
Yes.
Unreal.
It shows some of the vaccine stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember when blah 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 blah. And Cash just goes, you know them? Sorta. Mom, that's cool. That's so cool. But for Peyton Tolley to tell Cash that,
it was a big deal.
It got him.
I mean, that was a big deal. So,
but in January, he got baptized.
Yes, he did. And he got married over the All-Star break.
He got married over the All-Star break. They were engaged shortly after his baptism. I guess it didn't take long to realize, hey, I want to be with this girl forever. Let's go ahead and do this. But that happened, and your Father's Day present. You
Peyton
sent
Tolley.
me something that Peyton Tolley was wearing during batting practice or something of that
he wears it
nature.
under his uniform. It's a Red Sox shirt, but it's all, the colors, the font and everything. It just says Jesus won. Mm-hmm. It's like, that's awesome. And yes, you did get me that for Father's Day.
In a week after you sent me that, I said, I know what I'm getting you for Father's Day.
I know, because I was thinking, I've got to find one and get one. And I was in the process of doing it. And, well, sure enough, things get in the way. And
yes.
Just didn't do that.
And the Red Sox had a worship night. Of course, it was after we left. We did not get to.
Oh, yeah, we would have been there for that.
Oh, my goodness.
Heartbeat,
so dang cool. But
just unbelievable. So Red Sox, you need us there. You mentioned wrestling. I just you're wearing a wrestling shirt. I got to ask. SummerSlam's tonight.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't know that. Who you got in SummerSlam? What do you think about SummerSlam?
Why are you asking me who I got in SummerSlam?
I'm just
because
asking.
You just said, I know you don't know.
I just thought it was funny.
It is funny.
That you're removed from that world now. Completely. But SummerSlam is tonight as we're recording this. So SummerSlam will have already happened. I'm sure Roman Reigns will have done something and win something by the time all this comes out. So quick little brief recap of our amazing trip to Boston. What a run the Red Sox are on.
Yep.
But today we're going to talk about something and roll into something that you had sent me on social media, which was really, it's a great story and puts a lot of things into perspective. But it was this idea. There's this group of tourists, and they're out and they're in the swampland, and the tour guide takes this group of tourists through this lake, and there's just crocodiles all over the place.
Crocodiles.
Not
alligators. Crocodiles.
And those are some bad suckers. So he gets to the end of the lake, and he tells everyone, he says, anyone who jumps out and swims across this lake and makes it to the other side, I'll give $1 million to. I mean, $1 million is $1 million.
More than likely, this guy was also probably just kidding.
Oh, totally, because no one's that dumb. And that's exactly what happens is everyone's just sitting there, and they're looking, and like, I ain't going, you go. I mean, $1 million is $1 million, a lot of money, but fear is a whole lot more than money. Because
I don't think $1 million would be worth it.
I don't think any amount of money would be worth it. So they're all just sitting there, and like, I'm not doing it. And then all of a sudden, splash, and guy's in the water, and there he goes. He is swimming for his life, doing everything that he possibly can to make it to the other side. And the crocodiles, I mean, they're swarming, they're getting in. And by a miracle, he gets to the other side. No one can believe what they just saw. The tour guide, the guy who was there, who gave him the bet, was like, unbelievable. And he asked the guy, he's like, how in the world did you do that? How in the world did that happen? And what made you jump? And the guy says, I didn't jump. I was pushed. And eventually the truth came out that the man's wife pushed him in. And many people would be like, oh my God, she wanted him dead. But the moral of the story is behind every successful man stands a great woman ready to push him towards success. Now, that's a crazy thought. But when you
what
really
would
think
you
about
do
it,
if I pushed you into the lake and that was the thing?
I can't swim that far anyways. I'd be a dead man. But I would swim as hard as I could to get there. If I made it,
You wouldn't try to get back on the boat that you were pushed off of?
I'd probably...
You would just take off
I'd probably
to the
die of
other
a heart
side?
attack. If we're being honest with ourselves. But the idea, and I know this is crazy, and it's just like, nah, she wanted him dead. She just like, holy smokes, I can't believe he made it. But the idea that
More
behind...
than likely, that's really
Yes.
what happened.
But the true idea that behind every successful man is a woman who is there to push him towards success. Because realistically, men, we can be afraid to take that next step, as anyone can. I've always said, for men, and I think it's true for women too, who you marry is the most important decision you're going to make. Outside of loving Jesus, the most important decision you'll ever make is the person that you marry. So it led me to the thought process of when we do get married, when we get into that, and we're going into a marriage, I think the reason we see marriages fail at the rate that we do is because we go in with an expectation of what marriage should be like, and it's completely skewed and completely wrong.
What do you mean?
All right, so I'm going to do a man's perspective,
Please do.
and you can give the woman's perspective of all this, but a man's perspective when we go into marriage, typically, and this isn't 100% of men, but the vast majority of men go in and they're expecting the wife to fulfill certain duties. They're thinking, okay, well, I'm never going to have to cook again. I'm never going to have to clean again. The house is going to be kept up. She's going to raise my children. I'm going to get to have sex anytime that I want. This is going to be just incredible. And ultimately, men will go into that with those types of thoughts, and they're just thinking of, I've got someone who is like my mom who will take care of me, but also someone I can do whatever I want to be pleasurable to me. All I got to do is provide and put food on the table. I think men will go in with that. I also think women can go into a marriage sometimes thinking, hey, he's going to give me everything I want. I don't have to pursue anymore. I don't have to try anymore. He's just going to provide, and I'm just going to be able to live this life of being a princess and a queen my entire life. I think there's a mindset of both sides. Would you agree, or would you completely disagree with me?
I think I agree to a little bit of both of those. Not all of it.
Okay.
I see that with females maybe a little more, because most girls, well, I wouldn't say most girls. There's a lot of girls that want to get their MRS degree.
And that's kind of the mindset I'm thinking.
Right. But they still want to keep up with the Joneses in a way, because there's way more, I guess there's way more adults now on Facebook. And it's a constant, let me show you all the things that we do.
Mm-hmm.
I typically, I mean, we have all the socials just because we have this podcast, but I'm not the one to go and show everything we do. I typically just show the fun.
Yep.
And it's not that we're hiding anything. I just don't care to tell everybody my business.
And that's true. Not everyone needs to know everything that you're thinking and doing every single moment of every single day.
But there's women that might go into it and believe that, oh, well, I got him now, I can just give up. I see that maybe after the honeymoon phase is over a little bit, but at the same time, they still want to be picture perfect. So I don't know that they necessarily give up on their body. They might give up having sex with their husband.
You feel like they don't have to anymore.
Right.
Like, I got them, and
I've done all that. I ain't got to do that anymore. I'm going to focus on these kids that I have. He doesn't matter anymore. He's going to come home anyways. I don't care as long as
he's fallen down the pecking order
Yes.
of who's important.
And that leads to other issues. But on the male side of this, I really hate to believe that's what a man goes into a marriage thinking, as in, oh, well, I got her now, she better be at home doing this and this and this and this. Because most of the time, families, before you do have a family, it's a two people are working situation. After the honeymoon phase is over, I could see where it might turn into that, especially if they do start talking about a family and they do have kids. Well, she's not working now. I'm the one bringing home the bacon. I better get everything I want because I'm the one doing this. I'm the one that she's not doing this. But I also hate to believe that a guy would think he's marrying someone that his mother's going to take care of him.
I don't think it's all. It's definitely not all. But I think there's a large percentage of men who go in thinking that. I really do.
And what do you think is their mindset behind that for them to go into a marriage thinking, hey, well, everything's going to be just like me being at home with living at home with mom?
I think it's because there's a laziness factor to it. There's a selfishness factor. And I think there's this factor of, I'm going to keep score. All right, so I'm doing my part. I'm working. Therefore, she needs to do all of the other stuff.
Everything that
Yes, I'm bringing home more money than she is, so she needs to take care of everything else. I'll cut the yard and I'll do some things around the house, fix some stuff, but she needs to do A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And I think the roles are flipped on that. It just comes this idea of clearly defining what roles and responsibilities are there, because that is part of being married and having a home is, things have to be kept up. I mean, when we got shortly after we got home, septic tank alarms going off. We got to have someone out there. Our air conditioner's leaking. We got to have someone come out with that. There's just things that have to be done. When we got home, we started cleaning things right away. And my mindset wasn't, all right, well, we're home. Woman, you better clean everything up. It's all right, you tackle this, we'll tackle this. We're just going to get this house in somewhat of an order.
Yeah.
And there's that shared responsibility, but I think so many couples will try and keep score with, all right, well, there's a check mark for her, check mark for her, check mark for her. I got 3 things. I'm going to really be able to get mine. I'm going to get to do the things that I want to do because, well, you got to do the things that you want to do. And if you go into a relationship thinking that, you're gonna be sorely mistaken.
I agree.
It's going to be bad. So what do you do when expectations aren't necessarily met? Because I think that people will come to a crossroads when that happens.
Oof, what do you do? Communication.
You got to talk it out. You got to talk it out, and you got to come in with no emotion to it. You also got to come in not thinking that I'm about to win this thing.
Yeah, there's no winning.
So I can get my way. And I think that's a lot of problems that we have whenever we come into disagreements is, well, I'm coming to this agreement so I can win. I can get my point across so I can walk out of here the winner. And we say it all the time. If you go into an argument or a debate or a discussion trying to win, then you've lost. You're
both
lose.
Sides lose.
Yeah, because if one loses, you both lose.
Because you're a team. You can't be a team and one person want this and the other person want something else. It's not going to work.
No, it never is.
Zero communication. You're not defining what's going on. I mean, the Bible literally says the man is supposed to leave his mother and father, which makes me want to believe that guys aren't going into a marriage thinking they want somebody that's going to be there doing everything like their mother did. Because in my mind, one, that's gross.
Yes.
Because if you are going into a marriage trying to marry your mother, if you're going to marry your mama, that means you're going to have sex with her too.
Yes. And well, then there's
your mindset needs to abso-freaking-lutely change.
Yes, it does. Also, your wife is not there to take care of you.
She ain't your mama.
She is not
you already
there
got
to take
one.
care of you. Now, you are there to take care of each other. If you go into it where I'm going to do everything I can for you, I'm going to do everything to serve you, to love you, to give you everything, to honor you. Both people do that. You don't. This is an afterthought. This doesn't happen.
No, it doesn't.
But because we're born into selfish, sinful nature, this is not easy to do.
No.
Because we like to be pampered and taken care of.
Yes.
Without having to do anything.
But if you're serving each other, that pampering's never going to stop.
Oh,
Ever.
no, it's not.
Strictly because if you were going into that marriage, that as the husband that thinks about the woman that he's going to marry, that man alone should know that he's supposed to love his wife like Jesus loved the church. Jesus didn't tell all the women to cook for me, get this, get me this, do this, go do this. That's not what he did. He came to earth to serve everyone.
Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
When there's something not being done, when there's a need that's not being met, when there's an expectation not being fulfilled, you ask yourself this question of, who should do this? Who should fulfill that role? The answer is always going to be, you should. Dishes need to be put away? You do it.
Mm-hmm.
Grass needs to be cut? You do it. Dinner needs to be made? You do it. Your wife needs to talk to somebody about something? You do that. You are there to listen.
Listen.
Your wife needs some advice? You are there. Your wife needs to feel secure? You do that. She needs to feel protected? You do that. She needs to feel loved and cared for? You do that. And the roles go both ways.
Same.
Ladies, the same thing. Your husband needs some peace? That's up to you. He needs to feel respected? That's up to you. He needs dinner? That's up to you. And if you have that mindset every single time, this idea of, we're not meeting each other's expectations, our needs aren't going to be met, it'll quickly start to turn around. Where if the thought is always, I'm here to fulfill that role in your life, whatever it is. Not you, no one else, that I'm to fulfill every single role and need that you possibly have, it completely changes the game.
Instead of, you say game, but people that treat it like a game, if you were going to try to win, you won't. You're both going to lose. But if you try to outdo each other, that game is the game I would rather play. Because if you're one-upping each other each time on whatever you're giving and loving and serving each other with, your partner's going to do the same thing for you. And it's going to be a constant thing. I'm going to do this for him. I just want to because I love him. Not because I have to. I want to. Yeah,
and just if you're listening to this, just take a moment and just think about what that paradise might look like. Where if your spouse is giving you everything, they're serving you constantly. Like you don't have to do anything ever. It's not going to take long for you to think, I want to do this for her.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to do this for her. Ooh, I can't wait to surprise her with this. Your mindset will completely change, and you'll always want to do something for your spouse.
Yes. And if you have kids, that's the greatest gift that you can give them, is showing them how a marriage is supposed to be.
Yes.
Not the yelling, not the screaming, not the arguing. Well, he didn't do this, so I'm not going to do it either. Or, well, he didn't get me this. I'm not going to do that. Because they're going to take whatever you have going on in your home, what they see, and mimic or believe that that's how a marriage is supposed to be.
Yeah, like husbands, dads, if you have a daughter and all you do is lay on the couch watching sports with your hand in your pants like Al Bundy and you're just laying there and you're rude and you're demanding, that's who your daughter is going to be looking towards of, that's what a husband's supposed to be like.
Yep.
And when you look deep down, last thing you want is for your daughter to marry someone who's going to treat her like that. Same thing for wives. You have little boys. Who do you want them to look for to be a wife?
Yep.
Someone that
How
honors
are you treating
their husband,
their dad,
who respects their husband, who is kind, who is loving, who
talks
serves
good about them
in every situation. I know that's true for us. Like you'll never find me talking bad about my wife, ever. Even if she did something really stupid that made me really, really upset, Never in a public setting or to anyone else would I say a negative thing about her.
And same for me about you.
Now, after the fact, it could be a different conversation one-on-one, but it's the way it should be.
When it is just us,
Yes.
no one else is around, voices do not get raised.
Nope.
Because we used to play fight.
Oh, our son hated it.
I mean, he came downstairs crying one time. Can you stop fighting? We were like, oh my God, buddy, we're not fighting. This was just kidding. No, it didn't sound like it. Oh, I was like, oh, buddy, I'm so sorry.
Well, there was that, and then there was the one time where it did seem like we were actually fighting, but we were just in a very hefty biblical debate about something in the Bible.
Oh, yeah.
And we were just very I don't even remember what it was, but we were extremely passionate for each other.
And I just kept questioning, but what about this? And then
why? Well, what about this?
This is so contradicting, and blah, blah, blah.
And he came downstairs like, why are y'all fighting? It's like,
oh gosh, no.
Yeah, we were getting pretty animated because we were pretty passionate about the topic, but we're just discussing something the Bible says. That's all, buddy. I'm sorry. But that's it. So, to kind of wrap it up, when you go into the marriage, don't go in expecting the world to give you everything. Don't expect your spouse to give you every little thing. Go in expecting to give your spouse every little thing and serving them in every possible way. And if you do that, I can promise you, you will end up getting everything you could have ever possibly want. You'll be loved and cherished, and men, you'll feel respect and peace and the companionship. The sex will be there. You'll have it all if you go in thinking all I'm here to do is take care of her no matter what happens. Even if I get nothing in return, I'm here to take care of her. And ladies, I'd say the same thing.
Yes.
You go in with that mindset, you will have the absolute world at your fingertips. Your husband will move mountains to give you everything you could possibly ever want.
Especially if things are not that way right now in the relationship. Neither of you do either of those things. Because when you do start to do that, the other is going to see, whoa, she did that for me? Whoa, okay. And she did something else. Whoa. The woes are going to turn into, I'm going to surprise her. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do this. And then those just keep going and going and going. And eventually, you're going to be where you need to be.
Yeah. And actually, you're going to be further along and in a place where you never expected and something you didn't even imagine. Mm-hmm. It's going to be far better than you could ever possibly imagine. So
the way marriage is supposed to be.
It's the greatest thing we get to do. The greatest relationship we get to have is with our spouse. And we hope everyone is able to have the same thing. Baby, you got any final thoughts?
I love you.
I love you. Let's go. God, we love you. We are so thankful that we get to do this. We are so thankful for marriage. We're thankful that you gave it to us. And God, we just pray for every single person who listens to this, that if they do struggle, if there are unmet expectations, if they do not feel like they're getting their needs felt, that you will just move on them. God, grip their hearts to see what marriage is supposed to be like. You created it, and it's the greatest thing that we get to do, and we're so happy that we have found that, and it's only found through you, and just pray others are able to do the same thing. You're in every relationship, you're in every conversation, you're in every single action. I just pray that people will get out of the way and see you through it all, because we're better off for it. God, we honor you with everything we do. We love you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Play ball.